Morgan Yates, and this video is one I wanted to make for so long. I've been waiting for the opportunity to have my schedule line up with my friends for them to come over to host a dinner party. So for today's video, I'm gonna be bringing you along with me in the days leading up to and the day of a dinner party with some of my best friends. So I'm gonna show you the florals, the table decor details, prepping our dishes, and showing what everyone brought and vlogging the party. So for this dinner party, I was going for like an end of the summer Italian, maybe like a little garden inspired theme. Italian food was the core of it. And it was a small thing, it was just for 6 people total. So 3 couples, which is all that fits at my dining table anyway, so I don't know what I'm saying. And me and my friends thought it would be fun if we each brought a dish as well as brought a wine pairing, just to kind of like, I don't know, feel a little fancy. And as someone who does love hosting and has hosted a lot of things, it adds up fast. So if you're wanting to do some kind of dinner party, just asking everyone to bring a different dish, like a potluck style thing is the easiest way to go. And I just had a lot of fun making this video. So if you like these hosting videos, like bringing you along throughout the process, let me know. I am having a Halloween party coming up soon. It's gonna be bigger and hopefully better than ever. And since Halloween is right around the corner, I also just wanted to quickly share that I've created a 33-page Harry Potter party guide. Harry Potter and Turning My House into Hogwarts was my Halloween party theme last year. I'll have the link below if you wanna check that out. Just sharing all of my information and like weeks of planning in one document. And let's go ahead and get into my dinner party. Buying flowers. Also shopping for our wine pairing. What are you doing?
Pinot Noir.
We're making multiple things. Are we gonna have multiple wine? Yeah. What? Flowers have been acquired. Love that we decided to do this while we were just on a walk. Starting to carry this like a mile back. And we bought wine, the dessert wine, so that's in here. Take them leaves off. Thank you. My flower prepper over here. All right, so we are 3 days out from my dinner party. If you want to be really careful about your flowers, you could get them closer to the day of your event to make sure they're gonna be fresh and perfect. But I was just walking by Trader Joe's and went in for something and then saw kind of the color scheme I wanted, and I wanted to snatch them up. For this little Italian dinner party, I feel like when I think of Italy, I think of like yellows, or maybe that's just like Amalfi, I don't know. I think of just like yellow tones and like lemons and blue. So I'd already bought some flowers and arranged yesterday, or Giselle arranged these, which I think are very pretty. I thought I'd do 2 pretty little arrangements. And so the flowers I picked out for my dinner centerpiece, I don't know what kind of flowers these are, but I think they're so pretty. I wanted yellow, but I didn't want like bright yellow, you know what I mean? So they had a lot of bright yellow options of flowers and not a lot of just like more subtle yellow options. So I found these and they only had 1 pack, which was unfortunate. So I don't know how I feel about this still, but we got some of this, whatever type of flower this is, got some of that. So we're gonna see. I don't know how I feel about all the greenery on that. I don't really know what to do with that. Got some spray roses. Got some more of this like eucalyptusy vibe. Not a flower expert. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it look good. Giselle, you can come over here.
Oh no, I want you.
I don't know how to do it. Giselle normally does the flowers. And then I always keep, or Giselle always keeps, recommend having your little stem bag nearby. I'm starting with this kind and just kind of set down a base layer. It was this or sunflowers, and I don't know why sunflowers are just my least favorite flower. So the garden weeds it is.
What is wrong with it? It's like a nice healthy green leaf.
It's hot in here.
I'll get on that.
Oh, you don't have to, I'll do it. Also at Trader Joe's, I decided I wanted to have a dessert wine. Alright, the arrangement has been made. I don't know if I love the greenery in this, like the little things we added here. So on the food note, or I guess wine note, there are 3 couples coming to this, so we've each kind of today in a group text picked out dishes of what everyone's gonna be making, and we're each gonna bring a wine for like a little wine pairing. But we also, I thought just as a bonus, I wanted to get a dessert wine since I'm coming off a big Europe trip and was really loving having dessert wine there. So we're gonna sample it to see if this is even good. Crack her open. I'm sure it's gonna be good, but we just don't wanna serve it to our guests if we've never tried it. Also you're making, whoa. Also you're making focaccia right now, right?
Rising in the
To do a trial run of that. Pour it up, pour it up. Just a sip. That's enough for both of us. You're trying to have a whole glass?
No.
Give me a splash. Like, done. Cheers.
It smells like just wine. Yeah, it does. See, this is why we try these things. I feel like it could be sweeter. It's not quite as caramelly rich. What do you taste? What do you taste? I don't know. I'm so bad at this. What do you taste?
Black cherry.
Ooh, yep. Cherry. Oh, cheater! How good did you know?
I'm a sommelier. What do you mean?
I was right. What do we think? Do we like this? Or do you want to get another one? I feel like it could be sweeter too.
It's like a sweeter, just regular red wine.
All right, well, consensus is maybe. So Giselle and I decided that we wanted to make a panzanella salad for a light and bright flavored first course. We also thought it might be nice to have a little appetizer option for when friends got here. We're not gonna like sit down and start eating immediately. So you'll see we decided to make some little spritzes for like a welcome drink. And then Giselle made some homemade pesto to serve over burrata, as well as some homemade rosemary garlic focaccia that all of our friends know her for. I feel like it was by request of Caitlin that she make that again. And then for wine, we do end up getting another dessert wine that was a little bit better. It was like a ruby port. And then for our panzanella wine pairing, we went with I don't know how to say this, Sofretti Tuscan wine that we actually bought about a year ago. It was a little bit of a nicer bottle and we've just been holding on to it, and this just seemed like a good occasion to open it. I will say usually for dinner parties or like any kind of hosting where wine is involved, we are not that serious about it. Normally I just get my wine from Wink, which is one of those like wine subscription services. My tip here and what I do is I'm not like a monthly member where I pay every month. I'll just join it, like the membership, when I want to like buy in bulk. Or you don't even have to buy in bulk, but that's just like how you get the best savings. I think this isn't sponsored. I think I still have a link, a referral link that would get you, I wanna say it's 4 bottles for like $29. And just look at the reviews and order the ones that have 4 stars and above. That's how I normally source my wine. We're not normally trying to do wine pairings is what I'm saying. So that's just like a little hosting tip that I follow is using Wink. Giselle just goes, come look at my bread.
Yeah, I could make so much bread.
Aww. Giselle did a trial run of her focaccia. She did it 2 kind of different ways. This one is a no-go and this one's great. If you're ever worried about a recipe or if the stakes are high, not that they are for this dinner party, but just make it in advance. All right, it is the day before and I've had everyone send me their little description of what they're gonna be cooking, and I made a menu. I always get my menu templates off Etsy, downloadable, and then you can just instantly make all the changes you want. I'm gonna print it on some cardstock, cut them off, and then have one of these at each person's plate setting. We also picked up another port because we liked the other one, didn't love it. So this one though, buying some final items. 3 hours before. Bought more flowers for us. Finally opening the decor. We're gonna cross our fingers it all works. Normally I do this more ahead of time, that way if I don't like something or if something arrives broken or whatever, and I have time to get a replacement. One thing that I wanted to do to bring like some pops of color to the table, my like Italian yellowish green color palette. I didn't want to do blue just because I feel like it doesn't match like my home decor as much. So a way I wanted to do that was to get some fun like yellow water cups, kind of like goblets, these like vintagey looking drinking glasses, as well as, these turned out cute. These are just basically like recycled wine bottles, I'm pretty sure, that are kind of like that pretty green color. And this is just gonna have like water in them to refill people's water glasses, but to have this like already ready on the table. So I got these. Moment of truth for these. Oh, cute. These are gonna be our water glasses for the night. How's it going?
Good.
What are you doing?
Tearing up some bread.
We tried to go the make it stale route. It's like a stale or like a, I don't know, toasted bread, I suppose, that goes in a panzanella salad. But the stale route developed mold, so I think we waited a day too long. And then she's got her focaccia rising back here. Also, you guys, the flowers from the other day are a disaster. They're dying. And I hate them, so bought new ones. All right, so here is the before. Normally I'll get some kind of like table runner situation, like a fabric thing, but for my INSPO pics, I liked an example that had greenery going down the middle instead, so I got this, and we're gonna set the table. All right, it is crunch time. I have set the table with the basic decor. I need to come in with the plates, wine glasses, silverware. But this is what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. We resurrected the giant flower arrangement. So we made a little spritz station closer when people get here. Ice is gonna be in here and our Prosecco so that they can either go for an Aperol spritz or a Hugo spritz style type thing, which I really like, with some mint in there. Everyone will put their wines out here. But instead of using a napkin ring like I normally use, I was just gonna fold the napkin up and put it underneath the bowl. And then the menu on top, I think it looks really pretty. I like the greenery in place of a table runner. Also, just now I bought these yellow candles and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like that or not, but I think it looks pretty good. Also just got these little candlestick holders from Amazon. I'll have those linked. Coming up next are the clips from the dinner party, but I did want to kind of explain my decor. So I just wanted to share kind of what I think about when it comes to setting a table. And I have 4 elements This is not any kind of formal design thing. I didn't read this anywhere. These are just like the things I think about. But I think through, do I have an element of structure is the first one. So that could be a table runner, that could be placemats, usually both. I feel like without that, things are just kind of, you know, floating throughout the table. There's nothing like anchoring any of it or like bringing kind of like that design element to it. The second element is height. So that could be flowers that are a little taller. It could be tapered candles. I think that's like the easiest thing to do. And I think just having like a little dimension instead of having just like a flat table where everything's really low, like just your plates and things. I just think it adds a lot. Number 3 is life. So basically just flowers. Since that flower arrangement I was making ended up getting out of control, that thing was huge. I kept it over on the island where we were gonna have apps, and I already have on hand these little like mini glass vases that I think are really cute to put just a couple statement flowers in each of those and like spread them out throughout the table. That way you have that floral element, but it doesn't like take over a ton of room on your table. It doesn't block the view of the people across from you. Those will also be linked. And then number 4, lastly, is light. So I think setting the vibe, you know, the ambiance of your dinner party is very important. That also includes things like music and just like your lighting. Like probably don't have all your bright overhead lights on. So again, the candles were my light element. And I do love having a cloth napkin. I just think that elevates things a lot. I have like one set of those and I just wash them over and over and they've lasted me for years. So I think that's a good investment. Friends have arrived. Here's our guests this evening. We have Alex, Jill, Caitlin, Connor and Giselle. We got some welcome spritz. Oh, is this the wine spread? I haven't even taken a look. Everybody brought more than one bottle, I see. Cheers. Wait, Giselle is playing.
Oh my god, hey, it's just a basil pesto with brine.
Choking.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, first course.
Tuscan wine to pair with the summer panzanella. Yum. So you're gonna try this?
Yeah.
Oh, Alex, yeah, be the tester. Giselle went to like dinner at her house one time.
What? It smells like Memorial Day or something. She had a barbecue at her house.
We're getting some nice Connor O'Reilly pours right
Ooh, no, that's good.
Don't forget, you
Jill knows. Jill's like, we're getting drunk already. Our sommelier, always the one to come pour the wine. Connor.
He always is dressed like
Shut up.
Jill's dish up next.
I thought it meant.
Look at this.
Ow.
Explain your wine in your dish, please.
Okay, so the dish is a cod puttanesca, which is a spicy, savory tomato sauce. And then the wine is a Barrera.
Woo! Connor had a lot to do with that, right?
This is garlic rosemary sourdough.
Oh.
No, I didn't make it today fresh.
So the wine, as I said, has a lot of cherry, red fruit, raspberry. You're gonna taste a little bit of oak, and it's gonna pair really well with this.
Wow.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your wisdom.
Be tough. I'm not.
Ooh.
Hasn't been done yet.
Alex and Caitlin's dish.
Okay, so we got a spicy rigatoni alla vodka, based off the world famous Carbone in New York City.
Oh.
The world famous.
Looking beautiful.
Everyone's channel their Don't Worry Darling energy.
So,
Are you serious? You guys haven't.
What? You guys?
Okay, try again.
Slammer, Caitlin.
Literally one sip.
That's a big sip.
Put it in.
Back me up, bitch. Back me up. That is like a drink.
Oh,
There we go.
now it's a sip.
9 years of dedication there.
Better than Carbone, I think.
Really?
Holy Alex.
This is amazing.
I love
great.
the cream.
Some after dinner activities. We're playing influencers in the wild. Trying to make our way to the pink wall. Just a limoncello break. Also, right after I got voted as the recipient of this card, so that's...
Let's cheers.
I want this.
8 ounces of